Time, you will be amazed. Prime time interview with Derrick Hayes. Prime time, biggest names in the game. Prime time, new names to love the same. Yes, y'all. Another episode of Prime Time. See, the M is small and the M is silent. Some people thinking it's prime time, but it's prime time to go with my brand because in life, sometimes the quiet things will silently lead you to the bigger opportunities. I go by the name of the Entertainer. Follow me on all social media platforms at Entertainer and even on Cash App. Today, I got a special guest. It's Throwback Thursday, and I posted an interview that I did with him over 7 years ago. See, back when I first met him, he was known as PG-13. I seen his greatness even when he didn't mind. I seen him even touch lives as a face painter. I seen him rock the house as a youth minister. And recently, in the last couple of months, I seen him do 100-minute suits, a community activist. He's known all over the country as one of the top photographers in the world. His work has been featured in magazines, television, numerous commercials. I even went to him for my very own headshot. I said, brother, I need a headshot to go in a magazine. No doubt, he knocked it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the one and only Delontaye Taylor.
Yes, sir, man. What's going on, man? I'm glad you're on the show tonight.
Oh man, it's a blessing, man. You know, it's just like your last name, Taylor. Everything you do is tailor made for success.
Tailor made, baby.
Man, I know your time is money, so we're gonna get into this, man. Then at the end, if there's anything we miss out on, you know, feel free to chime in and let us know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
The T is for talents. I mentioned some of the things that you've done in your life and some of the things you're doing. And what is break down some of your talents, man, and how you make use of those.
Of course, man, photography is my number one thing that I do now. For those that don't know, I was working for a job for 17 years, man. You know what I mean? 17 years on this one job. December the 4th, 2017, I walked away from $85,000 a year. Never looked back since to chase my photography dreams, basically. So, you know, I've been taking pictures since. I've been full-time photography for almost 2.5 years now. It's been a blessing. I promise you, man. Just open up a new studio, Clue Studios in Phoenix City, Alabama, baby. You know what's going on, man.
Tell them what Clue stands for.
Say it again. Oh, Clue stands for Christ Love You. For those that don't know, you know what I mean? I keep God in everything I do. You know, I keep him in my forefront. For those that don't know, Christ Love You, Clue Studios, that's what it means. You know, pray with my kids every night, man. I teach them the right way. You know how they go.
All right. All right, the A is for aspirations. What are your goals, your 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
You know, I'm going to tell you, man, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, we'll not be taking pictures. You best believe that. Every time, you know, I'm 37, man. Every time, every 5 years, 10 years, God always give me something different to do. Over these past maybe 6 months, I have explored into trading. I'm a forex exchange trader. I trade stocks and trades and currencies now. So I ain't gonna say really, I see myself doing that. I'm very profitable right now in the business. I've been doing it for 4.5 months and I'm seeing a lot of profit. So that's going to be my gateway out of photography. I love photography. I'm never going to put the camera down. But in 5 years, man, I'll be pretty much living the dream, man. Honestly, be a full-time trader, selling stocks and, you know, just getting to the stock, you know, Black Wall Street, basically. That's what it is.
Hey, if you out there listening, this young brother right here said that photography is his gateway.
It's a gateway, man. It's paying the bills plus more. You feel me?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how you getting it. But trading stocks is your gateway.
Like that, man. I mean,
yes, sir. I got you, bro.
What I'm supposed to do is feed my family. You know what I mean? Paying the bills, that's what it's doing right now. But I know for a fact, in 5 years, I won't be taking pictures no more for a full-time job. You know, definitely won't be taking pictures no more in 5 years. So if you ain't booked me yet, you better book me within the next 5 years because I ain't be taking pictures no more. But I'm still always have a camera in my hand. But eventually, I'm gonna be a full-time trader, man. Selling stocks, and it's just the new wave, man. But out Wall Street, that's what it's all about.
All right. The wise for youth, man. When did you first know you were called to work with youth and empower the youth? I know you, and
Oh
you do it.
man, shoot, man, I knew that at a young age. I think growing up from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'm a beach boy. I'm from Virginia Beach. I was a skateboarder, big skateboarder. Everywhere I walked around, I always had a skateboard till I was like 21 years old. So I finally had to put the skateboard down and start working. But I noticed it then, being at the skateboard park. Everybody know Pharrell Williams, the big entertainer. I'm from the same city he's from. We're weirdos, man. We're different back home. But even then at the skateboard park, I used to, always the kids always follow me around, man. I ain't know what it was. And then for those that don't know, I became a youth pastor for like 7 years, 8 years. I was a youth pastor, and when I became a youth pastor, that really, really showed the diversity of how I felt about the youth, man. Because I'm gonna tell you now, bro, it's too many young kids, too many young adults getting killed every day, every week. Somebody getting died from this, died, and it's senseless. At the end of the day, senseless. Like, you can ask anybody that killed somebody, you ask them, can you repeat it all over again? I would say 90.
Bye.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I would say, people that either kill people or do things like that, 90% of them wish they had took it back. Because people react. People react. They react on actions. They react on the moment, and that's what a lot of youth these days. They killing each other for what? They can't even say the reason why. They in jail. They can't even tell the reason why they killed that brother or killed that sister. So it's all about the music too, man. They listen to all this gangster music all day long, talking about killing, and then they put it in a situation, and then they become a killer, and it's unfortunate.
That's right. I can't wait for you to come back with another single. Tailor-made, teach her what to do in the song. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's going on, man. Come on, baby.
The elders for legacy. Why is it important for you to leave an inheritance for your children's children?
Man, that's one of the most powerful things you said today, man, with the legacy thing. Like, you gotta leave a legacy, bro. Like, you gotta leave something when you leave this earth, saying, you know what? What did I do when I was on this earth? Who did I impact? Impact is a key word. Who did I impact when I was on this short time? Because at the end of the day, life is short. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was a kid in elementary school till this day. So you gotta leave a legacy. And I got 4 kids, 4 little boys, 4 kings. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my kings, Adrian, Jaden, Damari, and can't forget about King Riley. So at the end of the day, man, you gotta leave a legacy, especially for your family, your kids. I always tell my kids before they leave the house, every time they leave my house, leave my presence, I remind them, what's your last name? And they tell me Taylor. And I make them tell me that every time they leave my presence. I ask them, what's your last name? So they know when they out there doing crazy mess, Dad ain't teach you how to do that. Dad ain't taught you, ain't raised you like that. So remember your last name, because at the end of the day, your last name is going to carry your legacy, for real. So legacy is a key thing, man. You got to carry a legacy. So all them dudes out here with these these kids, these daughters and sons, you gotta stop thinking about yourself, bro. It ain't about you no more. It's about your kids. It's about what you're doing for your kids to show that, okay, I'm leaving something for my kids, to show them that daddy or mommy left a legacy for them. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta leave a legacy for our kids and our family and our name, man. So that's a key thing, bro. That's a very important question.
Hey, I appreciate that, man, because I like how you always use the word king, because it plants a seed in their mind of what they can be, because you may be the only one that call them a king, and if you got a daughter, you may be the only one that call them a queen,
For real?
So it's important what you say about yourself, and sometimes you might be the only motivational speaker or the only minister in your own life. You got to speak a word to yourself. So, man, I appreciate that, man. That's beautiful. The O is for overcome. What the name? Tell us at least one obstacle that you face, man. Because a lot of people, they see you at the top. They see you able to walk away from a job. You know, they see you able to go full time with your passion, turn your passion into your purpose. They see you do music. They see you do all these things, but they may look at you like you never faced anything. Man. You know, tell us about something that you faced, man, how you overcame. This is what really makes people be able to believe in something else. You know what I mean? Because they may be at home right now listening, or they may see this interview later on, and they may just read about your headlines, you know? So talk to us about that.
Smile, but don't let the smile fool you, man. I've been through a lot, you know, but that's the reason why I smile every day. Every time you see me, 90% of the time, I'm going to be smiling. And I do that because I have overcome a lot of things, man. One of the probably the most things that I can honestly say I really overcame, man, was the power of using drugs, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Be transparent. You know, I started smoking marijuana when I was 12 years old, bro. You know, high school was peer pressure. You know, I'm from a city where it was cool to smoke. It was cool to do drugs. All my uncles, my brothers, a lot of my aunties, a lot of them still, you know, do those things. And I made it out of that. You know, I don't need drugs to get high. I'm high of life, bro. Like I'm high as a kite right now because I'm living. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? So drugs was like one of those key things, man. Like I smoked marijuana until I was a junior in college. You know, I graduated college, you know, just pretty much letting the marijuana go. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this is good for the show, but I'm gonna be 100. That's one of those key things that I overcame. Like I would always thought I'd be like my uncles. Everybody would smoke. Everybody drank all day. Yeah. People realize like I'm 37 years old, but I look like I'm 19. But I do that. I look this way because I stopped putting drugs. I stopped putting alcohol. I stopped putting all this crazy stuff in my body, in my temple. So now I look young because I don't do all this stuff no more. Because if you do drugs, you're going to look like you do drugs. If you drink every day, you're going to look like you drink every day. If you know what I mean? If you carry yourself inappropriately, you're going to look like it. So that's one of those key things, bro. You are what you do. You look like what you do. So I ain't want to be one of the people, man, that look like I was always high all the time. I was always drunk all the time. Because that's a generation curse from my uncles and my aunties and my siblings. Like, nah, I choose to not do it. I choose to be positive. I choose to get high of life, bro. I'm high as a kite right now. I'm high, you know, for real. Because I love life, man. Life is so precious. Hey, for real, man. Life is so cool, bro. It's a big perspective than smoking weed and drinking every day, man. It's a big world that you haven't explored. But if you want to get high every day, that's your goal every day to get high. Come on, man. Come on, man. Life is way bigger than that, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that, man, because, you know, everybody has to overcome something, you know. For
real.
And I realized that in college, man. I was in college, and we used to always drink. And a friend of mine, he saw me, and he thought I was drunk, but I was always happy anyway.
Right.
So like, man, this how y'all see me for real. I was like, well, I don't need to drink because I'm good. So for 10 years straight, man, I didn't touch any alcohol, you know. And now it's every blue moon, you know what I mean? And I definitely gonna drink and drive. So my thing is, it showed me the power of what we could do when we put our mind to something.
There you go.
And also, one thing I did that a lot of people thought was crazy on my end was, you know, I stopped eating meat. And so I haven't eaten meat since January 2013. And the power of that was, I was asking my creator, I said, I don't want to be on pills the rest of my life because my cholesterol was high. And so he immediately gave me an answer and said, for you got to give up meat. So I gave it up, and over time, my numbers went down. And, you know, people were trying to put, like you say, peer pressure. You know, they're trying to pressure me to eat certain meals. And, you know, when I go to certain restaurants, you got to do it like this or like that. But I stuck with it, you know. And then I even just went back to the doctor and my numbers are down. So, man, I appreciate what you're saying because there's somebody else out there, they need to hear that. That's real.
Yes, sir.
The last letter of your name is for relationships, man. You know, I've known you over the years, and every time we see each other, it's nothing but love. You know, so I just want to speak on the importance of relationships, man, because lot of people don't understand, you know, even though I've known you over the years, I first met you at the hip hop summit. And then I said, man, I gotta see this guy perform. So I started, you know, coming to different events, and then I interviewed you, you know, and then we just stay in touch, and you know how we can help each other. We do that. So, you know, give somebody a nugget out there about relationships, man, because it's important, you know, because a lot of people just think they can just show up and they're gonna get all of you, you know. So that you gotta give, you gotta take, you gotta receive, but you can't give thinking you're gonna get some. So, you know, I want them to hear from you, tailor-made brother.
Man, you right. You like a fly on my wall, bro. Like, that is like one of the most important things that I tell to my counterpartners, my colleagues, my kids. Relationships, man. Bro, you like a fly on the wall. For those that don't know, me and Derrick didn't talk about this show before we came on. He had everything already ready for me. And for him to bring up relationships, that shows that's just a connection me and my brother got, man. Like, for real. So this isn't a script show. This is freestyle. He brought me on. I didn't know all the questions he was going to ask me. So just to hear you ask about relationships, bro, that's all I preach about, relationships, man. If you keep solid relationships from people, you might not see nobody for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But if you keep a solid relationship, that brother or that sister can get you a job when you down and out. You might not even seen that person in 20 years, but you built a relationship with that dude or that female from years ago, and you kept your relationship solid. You know, relationships take you a long way. Relationships, that's what you're supposed to do in life. You build relationships. I ain't talking about friendships, relationships. There's a difference. Friendships is a bond between you and a significant person, and y'all have this connection. I get a friendship. That is a whole different ball game. But relationships, I can meet a stranger today and build a relationship with them. 5 years from now, I can see that same stranger, but I built a relationship with that person, and now we still linked, we still connected due to the fact that we built a relationship back in 2013. It's all about relationships, man. That is the one thing that I preach there. Relationships, man. If you keep solid relationships with people, you always gonna be good. Because think about it. I got 5,000 Facebook friends. I got about 10,000 family members. I got about 10 friends. I got about 1 girlfriend. I got 4 kids. I got about 2,000 associates. And I got good relationships with everybody, bro. So if I'm ever down and out when I need a couple dollars, if I'm ever down and out when I need to borrow somebody's car, if I'm ever down and out when I need to, you know, I done got kicked out my house and I need to stay at somebody's crib, I built a relationship with over 10,000 people. You know what I'm saying? I can at least call one and be like, look, bro, I need somewhere to lay my head at night. Look, sis, I need a car to drive today. My car broke down today. Can I drive your car to this interview? Can I drive my car to work? Because I built a solid relationship. But I'm going to tell you, the minute that you start having these relationships and you ain't keeping it real, or you being faulty to that person, or being untruthful or lying, that's when those relationships turn into, you know, downhill. Now you can't call on that person no more. You can't call on that sister no more. If I borrow $10 from you, I'm going to make sure I give it back because I want to keep a solid relationship. You feel me? I would never, ever burn the bridge, bro. You should never burn bridges because at the end of the day, you never know what bridge you're going to need to cross that river that you can't get over by yourself. Period, man.
Plus, if you're on that bridge, right, and you burn that bridge, right?
Right.
That bridge is going to do one thing. It's going to collapse, right?
Right.
And if you don't have no life jacket, you're going down. Because the bridge is over water, whether the water is troubled or not.
It's still water.
It's still water.
Right.
And I ain't saying, you know, hurricane, I ain't seen water that took out more bridges, you know, than anything. Man, I just want to say thank you for coming on, my brother. Is there anything you'd like to add before we go? You got any photography specials going on? You got anything that, you know, any way that you want to reach out to you?
Man, yeah, man. You know, social media, man. Delontaye Teller, Instagram, Clue Creations, Instagram, Clue Photos, CLU Photos. I'm always got specials going on, man. Especially for COVID-19. I'm looking out for your community. I done had a special going on for the past, shoot, man, almost 6 months. That's hit my inbox, man. At the end of the day, it's a lot of things going on in society. People struggling to pay their rent. People struggling. So I have lowered my prices for people to be affordable, so they can still take their photo shoots. It hit my inbox. I'll let you guys know the price. You know what I'm saying? But enough about photography, man. You know what I mean? I'm just blessed, bro. I'm just blessed. I'm a blessed brother, man. It's all over me, man. Like, for real, man. My kids blessed. My studio blessed. My car blessed. My dog blessed. My bed blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm blessed. You know what I mean? So anything that's connected with me gonna be blessed. Because I ain't gonna allow it to be nothing less than blessed. You feel me? So I speak life, bro. That's what I do all the time. I speak life. I'm a positive person. Every time you see me, I'm turned up, baby. I'm turned up. Every time you see me, I'm turned up, baby. Because at the end of the day, man, I should have been dead. I'm about to put my phone in charge. I should have been dead, man, years ago. But God, see fit for me to do other things, bro. So, you know what I mean? I just want to spend one more special shout out to Derrick, man. Dude, you always been solid, man. Always been a solid individual, man. Like, you are very influential to the community. You're underrated. A lot of people that don't know about you need to know about you. So I'm gonna be sharing this link, and I know you're gonna be sharing this link. But man, you are a solid individual, man. So I just gotta take my time to get my hats off to you, bro. You always been solid. Always been solid. Always been solid, man. And I appreciate you for that, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. The young brother name is Delontaye Taylor. He does photography. He's a community activist.
Y'all know what's going on, man.
Hey, it's a beautiful experience. This interview was tailor-made. He talked about his talents, talked about his aspirations. He talked about the calling that his life has on for you. He talked about leaving a legacy for his children's children. He talked about overcoming obstacles of illegal drug use. And he talked about the power of relationships. And I just want to let you know that it's a great edition of Prime Time. See, the M is small and the M is silent, because in life, the smaller things will quietly lead you to the bigger opportunities.
Right.
If you get a chance, follow me on all social media platforms at Entertainer, and even on Cash App. And like I tell everybody, work on your craft, live your dreams, because what you say and what you do may be the only school that somebody ever sees. And until next time, I thank you for your time. And my brother Zay brought us in, and Zay, he's gonna take us away. At Zay Sanford Music.